don't know, dude.
Hey guys, sharpandtasty here, back in front of the camera to give you a little new recipe that I actually invented myself. So what we're going to be making today is hot sauce, and this hot sauce is hopefully going to be really, really hot. It's really simple to make. I figured out the recipe by just looking on the backs of bottles of hot sauce and stuff and kind of figuring out the general idea of what they include in it. And then I just kind of guessed on how to make it, and it worked out really well. I've made it before, and it was both delicious and also cool. So yeah, very simple recipe. All you're going to need is a skillet for when we cook it down afterward, a food processor or a blender. I suggest a food processor. I feel like it just gets the job done a tiny bit better, but it's really up to you. You need some distilled white vinegar, or just white vinegar in general, water to kind of lubricate the process at times. Today I'm using habanero chilies, which are these little orange ones that come in different colors. They're green, red, etc. These are super hot, around 250,000 to 500,000 on the Scoville scale, which is kind of a measure of heat. You can look up what that truly means. I don't really have time to explain it in this video. But that's that. I'm using some lemons and limes just to add a little bit different flavor, so it's not just the habanero flavor. And actually I'm going to be trying to add a tiny little bit of ginger. This is really strong stuff, so I'm only adding a tiny bit, but I feel like it'll add well to the whole end product. And I'm also going to be using salt and pepper. Salt and pepper just to spice it up a little bit. Alright, so it's very simple. I already took all the stems off of these habaneros. So that's pretty much step one. Just take the stems off. Then, you're just going to throw all these right into the food processor. Now, let's put the pan over on my stove for a second, because we're not going to need it for a little while. Throw these in whole. If you want a little less heat from like habaneros, where you still have the taste of habaneros, which you can do, cut them in half, pull all the seeds out and the ligaments that hold the seeds to the actual body of the pepper, and then that'll cut down on your heat a whole lot. So let's get a good amount of vinegar in here. It's going to be fairly vinegar. Again, this is just a little hot sauce, so it's not like the vinegar taste is going to affect your food too much, and also it'll be cooking down a lot, which will change the consistency of the vinegar quite a bit. And then we add a little bit of water, because you need to, basically, you need to have a lot of liquid in with these food processors just to make them work well. So let me make sure this is really good and fraying. This is going to be where we're doing the most of our moving here. So throw this lid on. It's very simple. You're just going to turn it on and let it go. So I'm going to stop that for a second. As you can see, it's already chopping them up pretty good. At this point, what you really want to do, just let it go to the consistency you want. The last hot sauce that I made was a very thick, kind of gloppy, that's a new word, inventing words here, consistency, and I like that. If you want a really fine consistency, let it go for longer. I don't have time in the video just to sit here and wait while it processes, so I'll cut off the camera here, but also later on, after, I'll show you how you can get an even, like, more liquid consistency. But so I'm just going to let this go. You can stop it when you want, and I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, hang on. Alright guys, so after a lot of blending going on there, we have the consistency that I want. Hang on, let me grab my lid, because we're about to add in our lemons and such. So, I'm going to start with, wow, I can't believe, I put my knife away, hang on. Alright, so we're going to start with just one lemon and one lime. I'm just going to chop these in half. Do a quick little juice in here. Oh, lemon down. Alright. Lemon juice just adds a really nice flavor. The acidity will also help to break down a lot of those. If you're noticing that you're only able to get like to a certain level of a certain consistency on it, then this is going to help, because the enzymes in the lemon will help to break down those habaneros. Alright, so there's one lemon down. We're going to go for a lime. Lemon and lime is just a natural combination, and habaneros, in case you don't know, are a very fruity flavor. So the lemon and lime goes really well with the habaneros. Other chilies you can try. Lemon and lime is still going to go well, as you know from Mexican food. But I mean, I like the taste of habaneros the best, and the heat that it brings is great. Nice burn going on in there. The habaneros are really the most available of the super hot chilies. You can get some chilies such as the Naga Viper, which is up there on the Scoville scale in the millions, I believe. And those chilies are just wild. I've never eaten one. Don't know if I ever really plan to eat one, but you know, we will see. Alright, I'm going to de-juice my hands here. Now I'm going to add in a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper just to bring out those flavors. As like I discussed, if you've ever seen my salt video, then you would know that salt helps to bring out a lot of the flavors of various different things, other than just making it salty. So I'm just going to do 2 pinches with salt in there. I feel like that's a good amount, and then just a couple cranks of pepper. The pepper is really just a flavor additive. That should be good. I mean, you're not trying to get a really peppery flavor. It's mainly just, you know, for shits and gigs. But so, now I'm going to add in my little chunk of, oh my god, I can't believe I just forgot about it. Ginger root. Just to end the blending process here. Now this last, I'm just going to pulse it. Now ginger's going to get cut up, and I'll come back to you when this is fully mixed and all ready to go. Alright guys, done blending all that up. It's nice and mixed. Ginger's all chopped up. I could have thrown that in at the beginning. Probably should have. Not gonna lie, forgot about it. So we're gonna take our blade out here. If you're using a blender, you're not gonna do this, but if you're using a food processor, I suggest it. Just gonna kind of bang it off so it's not dripping all over my counters too much. Throw that in the sink. Now we're going to move on over to the stove. Alrighty, so our pan is nice and hot, so I'm going to pop the food processor's top off and come right over here and just pour our mixture nice and slow right into there. There's a nice consistency on that. Good color too, it's pretty. Nice little orange. Alright, drip that out. Now I'm just going to take one of these rubber spatulas and you're on the outside. At this point, you're probably going to want to open a window to your house because this is pretty volatile. It's crazy stuff. It'll burn up your house, as I found out from my last experiment. And I'm just going to kind of stir this around, make sure it gets nice and evenly cooked. And I'll leave it here. Then I'm going to let this simmer, and I'm going to cook it down to the volume that I want and the amount that I want. So from the looks of it, I got a pretty good consistency. And yeah. So let this simmer. I'm going to let it simmer for maybe 5 to 10 minutes or until it's like about half the volume that it is now. It really just depends on what consistency you want and the flavors. You're going to want to cook this for at least 5 minutes though, just to bring out the flavors more and make sure that ginger gets all of its flavors into the sauce. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. Sorry I can't stay for the whole thing, but my videos are limited to 10 minutes long, so I'm trying to cut out where I can. It shouldn't be too much of a simmer. But, you know, a good amount of heat. Alright, be right back. Alright, I'm back, guys. My hot sauce has been cooking down for about 5 minutes now. And it's getting good. It's much denser. I took a little bit of a taste of it, just like I literally dipped my spoon in it and then knocked the spoon off, and my mouth is still burning. And I made some chocolate milk because it's really hot and I don't feel like burning up right now. But I don't like how the taste of it. Well, I mean, it tastes good. I'm just saying I want more. And this is the least juicy lime that I've ever had. But so I'm going to add more lemon and lime juice. If I can get any juice out of this lime. Jesus, what the hell. This is the strangest. This is literally like a juiceless lime. God, what the heck. There we go, I found it. Okay, well now that we've had an experience with a completely juiceless lime, weird. Add more lemon and lime juice just to add the flavor, and because I put it in my mouth, didn't really get much in the way of flavor, but this packs a punch, that's for sure. This is a spicy meatball. All right, there you go, a lot of juice in this lemon. Yeah, because with a hot sauce you are trying to get there are some sauces that you want just heat. With mine though, I really do want a little bit of flavor involved. Just to, I think it can add to a food, you know, definitely if you mix it in with something. Like if you're going to make some, like if I was going to make salsa, I'd make it probably with jalapenos, and if I wanted more heat, I'd add some of this. Because this will add heat. That's for darn sure. Alright, so you can see the consistency is pretty much where I want it. I like it right here. It's kind of more of a, for lack of a better analogy, it's a pea soup-ish consistency. Thinking about adding a teensy bit more salt, just a pinch. Just to, you know, bring out those flavors a little more. And looks like mix that in. Turn off that heat because we're good. So at this point, you're done if you want to be. You don't want to be done. You can take a, let me get one out here so I can show you an example. Sorry, not very prepared. Had issues with my camera. But take one of these mesh screens out, and with this, strain your sauce through this. This is going to take a lot of those seeds, those bigger chunks out of the sauce. If you know, you just like the runnier kind of sauce textures better, that's definitely what you want to do. I like this. I mean, it's a good, nice little drizzle sauce, you know. It'll be good. Don't think I'm going to do this today, but guess I could as an example. No, I think you get it. So, if you wanted to strain this, plop this in a bowl, strain, just pour that right into this. This will catch all those chunks, leave you with a nice hot liquid. And that's all. That's how you make hot sauce, guys. Very simple, very straightforward. Try it. Any kind of pepper will work for this. Any ingredients. It's really just trial and error. Do what you want. Thanks for watching, guys. Look for more videos. I'm going to be hopefully coming out with some more videos quicker now because I have less going on. But thanks for watching and have a great day, you guys. See ya.